the Pantry Concept. Marcelle is here to kind of describe or talk about what she's doing. It is a zero-waste food market that's located close to the KU Med in the Volker neighborhood on 39th Street in Kansas City, Missouri. The Pantry Concept strives to provide a new market for local farmers in a no-packaging food market. She is seeking an equity investment for funds to open her first store in Kansas City. So, welcome.
Oh, hey, I got it.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Jackie. My name is Marcelle Clements. I'm here tonight seeking equity investment for the Pantry Concept, a zero-waste food market startup in Kansas City. A little bit about me. I'm originally from Johannesburg, South Africa. I moved to Kansas 4 years ago. I have worked in information technology for the last 12 years. I've been a project manager for 5 of those. I've also owned my own consulting business, and I've worked with startups in Kansas City. A little bit about the Pantry Concept and just zero-waste food stores in general. Firstly, zero-waste food stores exist throughout the world. The trend started in Europe and quickly moved to Australia, New Zealand. There are quite a few in the US, Canada, and actually some have started in South Africa as well. Zero-waste food stores are stores that have food products that are not in packaging at all. You bring your own reusable containers, or you buy those in the store. You get your products, everything is weighed and sold by weight. This way you leave the store with everything that you need and none of that nasty plastic waste that we tend to just throw away. In our case, we want to have a zero-waste food market that comprises of not only a grocery store, but also a butchery, a zero-waste deli, and a coffee shop. We want to be able to provide our customers with everything that you can get at a conventional grocery store without any of the plastic waste. So far, we've started to develop relationships with established businesses in Kansas City to fulfill some of these elements. The Zero Waste Coffee Shop partnership that we've established is with the Roastery Coffee, and they are coming on board to be our coffee vendor. They will also have a small pop-up coffee shop in our storefront. The Zero Waste Deli, we are working with Feed Supply Company in Gladstone, and actually Hope Dillon is here tonight. She owns that, and we're really hoping that we can get this together, and she'll be the Zero Waste Deli and also do Zero Waste Catering, which we are just crazy about. We're in touch with Broadway Butcher as well as Anton's Butchery to fulfill the Zero Waste Butchery component. And we will also be working with local farmers, ranchers, and artisan food makers in Kansas and Missouri. And we'll have their products in our store along with all sorts of other bulk dry goods. The location that we have in mind for our flagship store is West 39th Street, the Volker neighborhood, right by KU Med. My husband and I stay about 5 minutes from this location, and the closest grocery stores to us are either Sunfresh or Walmart, both of which are about an 8 to 10 minute drive from us, neither of which offer anything in terms of bulk food. So we really like the street, we love all the restaurants here, and we think this would be a great location for this concept. We also did our market research. We identified our target audience as millennials, single-person households, and families with no kids. And the Volker neighborhood has high percentages of all 3 of our target demographics, so that's another reason that we would like our flagship store to be here. The store that we have in mind is the old Poe's Dumpling Bar that you can see there on the left side of the screen. It's a 2,000 square foot storefront. It's also located right next to Room 39, which is a farm-to-table restaurant. owned by Ted Habiger. He actually started his Room 39 concept here. He's been in business for 15 years, and he's also one of the first chefs to start the whole farm-to-table movement. And we are also collaborating with them, and we'll have some of their products in our store as well. Very excited about that. That looks a little funny. So the Pantry Concept wants to not only provide food package-free, plastic-free to our consumers, we also want to provide a platform, a retail outlet for local farmers, ranchers, and food makers that you guys support, and have their products in our store, create a market for them without them having to do that themselves. If we're to get this right, we will be diverting thousands of tons of plastic waste from our landfills and our oceans. And if we can do that, we'll start healing the soil and healing our environment. So thank you guys, and I look forward to talking to you later.
Concept is a zero waste market located in Kansas City. She's seeking an equity investment to get this store up and running. Not only does she have seeking the investment opportunity for equity, she also is currently running an Indiegogo campaign to raise funds for her zero waste market. So if you're interested in her project but maybe not be an equity investor, you can still invest in her business by going to search her for Indiegogo, which is a crowdfunding platform.